Good evening, everybody. Final match on day 2 of the Hero Hockey Junior World Cup men from New Delhi in India. It's Pool C. It's the host India up against Canada. Well, both sides lost their opening pool match yesterday. Canada to Korea by an interesting scoreline of 7-4. And India, well, they went down to the Dutch in the last game last night. 3-2. The Dutch led 3-1 at half-time. India got the first goal, or the only goal of the second half. Couldn't find the equaliser. And basically it means that whoever loses here tonight is effectively out of the running for making the quarter-finals. And that would be a massive blow for India, who had high hopes coming into this tournament. For Canada, well, they are ranked 14th out of the 16 teams here, so probably less surprise there, but still they really want to go as deep into this competition as they can. Right, both sides are out on the park. Let's have the national anthem, starting with that of India.
True patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee ride, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Well, the expectation high on the young Indian shoulders out there tonight. We've mentioned the loss in the opening game, and there's also the pressure of playing at home. The crowd and the media all want them to go far. They got a fair pasting, I have to say, in some of the papers I read this morning for their performance against the Dutch. I didn't think it was that bad, but the journalists thought otherwise. But I'm sure they'll be full of confidence going into this one. But it'd be interesting to see how the nerves play, knowing what they have to do. But let's have a look at the Indian lineup. And, well, there are a number of players in the squad that have played for the senior squad. The captain, number 7, Manpreet Singh. Also, look out for number 27, Akashdeep Singh. He has also played for the senior squad, as has number 11, Mandeep Singh. You'll notice a number of Singhs, a lot of players from the Punjab here. And their coach, Greg Clark, over 250 caps for South Africa, coached the Ranchi Rhinos to victory in the inaugural Hero Hockey India League, a double Olympian, and now Canada. The vast percentage of this squad from Vancouver, from British Columbia. Their last appearance in this competition was in 2001 in Hobart. And they were trailing 7-1 to Korea in their opener with 3 late goals, 3 goals in 7 minutes. And Aaron Guest is their head coach. Two umpires for this one. David Tomlinson of New Zealand. He's blowing on the far side as we look down from the commentary position and the camera positions. And on the near side, Haider Rasool of Pakistan. So, as Kevin Pereira, makes his way back into goal. The two sides are ready to go. Canada, red shorts, shirts, black socks. India in a rather bright all yellow with orange socks, attacking the goal from left to right, but it's Canada that get us started. And I'm delighted to say alongside me in the commentary box for this final match on day 2 is the gentleman who knows a thing or two about hockey, 8 years as the GB Performance Director, a gold medal winning Olympian, David Faulkner. Good evening, David.
Yeah, good evening, and again looking forward to this last game. You know, yes, you could look at it on paper and Canada would be a tough battle, but we've seen already that the lower ranked teams have done well here so far, and we're not seeing a lot of the high scores from previous Junior World Cups. But as you quite rightly say, a bit of home pressure. People talk about home advantage, but there'll be a bit of home pressure as well, and India will be looking to get off to a good start.
Yeah, and a number of games we've seen today, sides have scored early goals, and that's really helped settle them into proceedings. In the opening game, Belgium took 38 minutes to get the first goal, and for the first half it was very difficult against Egypt. Once they got one, they got another 4, winning that one 5-0. But these boys here, well, they're playing hockey the hard way. Their funding was withdrawn at the beginning of the year or last year, but they've got the first attempt on goal. It's a long corner. Each player's had to find $5,000 Canadian to come here.
And that shows a level of commitment and desire for what they want for Canadian field hockey. You know, it makes it slightly easier for preparation that the 16 of the 18 are from British Columbia. You'll notice, actually, it'd be interesting with a few of the Canadian players, because a lot of them are expat. You can see from the surnames here that families originated from India. So a lot of this game will mean a lot to a number of their players on the pitch.
There you go, Suki Panesar, one of those. The other interesting thing, the Canadian team, they almost feel like they have an obligation, because each of the players bought 2 bags here. One of them was full of sports kit that they had garnered from their local communities. They brought 2 bags with them, each player giving a bag of sports equipment to a locally based charity that uses sport to teach local Indian kids English, and they brought that out here, which is a lovely touch as well.
Fantastic and inspirational. You know, when it brings expressive values of what you're trying to bring to sport, and if they're doing that.
Oh, it's off the post! It's off the post, it's in elbow, and Canada have the lead. Wow, an early foray into the Indian circle, and we thought an early goal would help, but we were expecting more from the men in yellow than the men in red. But Canada have taken the lead. What a shock that is, but great goal.
Well, I don't think the Indians are expecting to cross, and the goalkeeper got a kicker to it that pulled it back into play onto the post. And all credit to the forwards there. You notice one forward diving in, and there was one on the far post. And I think the goalkeeper didn't help the defender when cleaning the circle there.
No, more would have cleared it out, but the keeper, Harjit Singh, had played it straight into the path of Suki Panesar, the captain, and Panesar has given Canada a shock lead.
Well, let's see what happens to their confidence here now. Here it is again, as he puts the ball across. Notice the keeper, well, I have to be pretty blunt, I think he missed it. It just kicked over the ball and it deflected back into the line onto the post.
Yeah, I think it's caught his heel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than take it into the goal, which would have been okay if he just left it. Well, a catalogue of errors in the Indian defence, and they were disappointed with the 2 soft goals they felt. The first 2 goals they conceded against the Dutch were soft. Well, if they thought those 2 were soft, this one's even softer.
I saw India play about 8 weeks ago in the Johar Junior Tournament in Malaysia that hosted. They were pretty impressive there, and looked in bags of confidence. But as you know, playing at home can be an advantage or a disadvantage.
Well, let's have another look at the goal. Curran setting up Bissett, and look at Panesar, he's there. He can't believe his luck when it comes back to him.
And Turkey didn't really need to take that. The defender had already gotten the ball.
Well, the only bonus about conceding so early is you've got a lot of time to get it back and find another one.
And it will change the shape of the game now as well, because Canada might have a bit more confidence. What they've got to do is just find the balance of when to attack and when to defend, because there will be times in this game, I can predict, well, they won't have the ball very often.
Yeah, I think, well, that's a lovely ball up the line, but Talwinder Singh can't bring it under control.
You can see the nerves on the bench as well.
From a neutral's point of view, you always want to see the host nation go deep into a tournament just for keeping local interest going. But at the same time, if you're a neutral, you love to see underdogs do well.
Yeah, and the point you made about their commitment to getting here financially and the gift to charity, you know, they're doing it for the right reasons. Canada pressing really high early. There's, you know, all credit to them.
Well, fitness could be key here.
Yeah.
As you say, if they suddenly lose their head, we've got to be careful, and then we have a green card. Well, they're all running off there, but
and Canada rolling the substitutions very early in the game.
Yeah, it's Manvir Kingra who's picked up the green for that challenge on Pardeep Moore. Sabir hits the edge of the circle and then loses out.
What Canada have got to be careful of is if they're going to play open hockey, they've got to be prepared to roll the substitutions to keep up with the pace, because as the game opens up, they've got to make sure they've got the ability to stay one-on-one with the Indian players.
Malak gets the ball over. That's a good firm stick in defence by Wharton. India still going, and Canada scramble it clear. Well, Canada conceded after just 2 minutes in their opener against Korea. They've gone the other end of the scale and scored after 2 minutes here.
Well, it looks like the coach has done the job over the last 24 hours and they've learned from it.
Canada played at midday yesterday, finished around 1:30, so they've had well, nearly 30 hours to recover. India about 22. Oh dear, that's a poor aerial that they get away with. And Gordon Johnson opts not for the aerial route this time, and they play it round the back.
That's good outletting from the back there. Canada are clearly setting up their forwards high and wide and seeing that as an outlet, because India will certainly try and fill the middle of the field.
Yeah, width is your ally in this game against the packed centre of the park. Mahal had only just come on. And gets around to take the ball, at least upset the Indian rhythm, but India settling down into the game.
Pretty frantic all over the place at the moment, and both sides, you know, I think Canada maybe from a little bit of surprise of taking the lead, and they're readjusting to that, and India trying to get hold and grip of the game.
Here is Roydhouse. Plenty of space is Sabir Singh. Sabir Singh driving to the circle edge. That's a well-timed tackle. And you see there Sabir driving in the circle and playing the ball at the left foot on the reverse stick of the defender, making it hard for the defender to get the stick there, but the defender does well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he did, and you know, very clever way of trying to just get it on the foot for the corner, which is what they're seeking. Just a little bit, as with just last couple of minutes, Canada have just gone deeper and deeper, and a couple of unforced errors, and also India trying to press a bit higher.
We saw yesterday, didn't we, David, New Zealand game, and they had a lot of territory in possession, but the basic errors in terms of trapping the ball and passing the ball really gave them no momentum, took all the momentum out of their game.
Yeah, and they were fortunate, in my view, to stay close to Malaysia in that game because of that.
Johnson then with the aerial.
He's having a bit of hang up with the aerials. That was two. He's had two that have gone along the ground. The other one he's put in the corner and going out the drive of the stadium.
Good ball across, and that's a 16. It was Pardeep Moore with the ball across, and Mandeep Singh unable to get on the end of it. Oh, in fairness,
yeah, he may have touched that.
In fact, it's Malak Singh who's the nearest.
That's a good restart.
That is a very good restart. Chance for Panesar around the back, but he couldn't bring it under control. And but he certainly had support, didn't he? Plays Surender Kumar into a spot of bother, but Kumar does well.
He does, but Canada seem confident. They're pressing and then pushing up the field and drawing. Well, they could have drawn possession there, but not. He missed the ball.
Panesar with the miss, and it's allowing Imran. Shot all wide of the post, and I think the keeper was beaten. And it's pretty close by the reaction. Let's have another look.
Carried well across the field here. And he pulled away. Just as he pulled away, took it across his body and got it away first time. Oh, and very close on the far post, which was hardly. Really good work. And what's really good about that is, yes, it may be a shot, but they are coached to put the ball wide across the post.
Yeah, so if you miss, then the opportunity's there for the touch-in. The shot actually wasn't that close, so he was more disappointed that the follow-up, because he got a touch on it, and he was unmarked, but he couldn't divert it into the goal.
Mandeep Singh's had quite a bit to say so far in this game.
Good touch onto the foot. Win the free hit for Canada, but when they get the ball, Canada, they've got to look after it more than they are.
Yeah, totally. But again, they're staying high. They're going to seek the ball off India, which I expect surprises India.
It's going to be another card. Is that? Is it going to be?
Yeah, it is. It's green.
And a good push on the back, isn't it?
And Canada got to be a little bit careful, because the accumulation of greens will influence and change the colour of the card from the umpires.
Well, 2 greens in the opening 12.5 minutes. Jinder Singh, Whistler's gone. Yeah, the free hit in that left-hand corner pocket. Well, that's loose, that's very loose. And Canada can break, and it's full steam ahead. Does really well. That's a little unlucky. He rose some pretty heavy challenges.
He carried the ball well there. I think that was Janu Mahal. Yeah, and carried the ball well. And it's a pity actually two of his colleagues didn't get ahead of the ball higher for him.
They were trying, they just didn't think they had the speed.
And that's what I think we'll see later on, just where the physical element will come into this game.
Amit is all the way across. That's a good trap. The ball up the left line is cut out by Dhaliwal.
Good tackle from Gordon Johnson. He reacted well, covering the half-back.
Aerial throw, picked up by Sabir. Sabir doesn't win anything. And Canada have the 16.
As long as this goes on, you know, we've got 15 gone already, but I think India would have expected a little bit movement by now, and what will really be tested for them is their patience and their structure, because there will be the tendency for them to go and do a few things that are differently to what the coach has set. You know, Greg Clark's very experienced. He's been there before as a player and as a coach. He would expect his players to keep their structure and discipline.
Okay, Sabir has more outside him. This is Moore. Can he find the cross? Moore into the circle. Turn behind by Paul Wharton. Good, confident defending by Wharton.
Good cross, and he did pick that well.
Number in the crowd on the far side, but that had gone in the net. Here goes the aerial route once more. That's the better one. Well cut out by Amit.
Did well to keep that below his shoulder when he cleared it.
Chance here. Good keeping by Pereira.
Did well, Pereira. He put a wide barrier in the way as they came along the baseline.
Deflected into the circle. Chance. Good save, Pereira. Oh, the first touch lets the keeper down, and Pereira does really well to get back and made the second save. Well, it was Ramandeep who fluffed his lines, but Kevin Pereira makes two great saves.
We have the ball just onto the baseline here. He takes it well, and Pereira, look the work he does to get back into the middle of the goal.
Ramandeep Singh, most expensive player in the Hockey India auction, went for $81,000, I believe. Needs a better touch than that, you would expect.
Yes.
Well, he'll be enjoying his evening so far, Kevin Pereira. Always like to be involved as a keeper, so long as you're not picking it out of the net, it's okay.
But Ramadan will be disappointing when he looks back on that.
So, we're ticking towards the midpoint of the first half, and it's India 0, Canada 1. Canada goal scorer Suki Panesar after a comedy of errors in the Indian circle. Panesar putting into an empty net with barely 2 minutes on the clock.
Canada still prepared to play the open pitch. This is the danger, though.
Moore in acres of space. Moore, he's got three in front of him. It's 4-on-4 here. Moore into the circle. Shot comes in. And that probably wasn't the ball, because Ramandeep was all unmarked at the back stick.
As you watch, he comes in. It's obvious that he's looking. Either he should have played that back, or Mandrip should have been on the far post.
So we're saying the shot's okay.
Yeah.
But Ramandeep should be busting a gut to get to that far post.
And I bet you they've done hours and hours in practicing it.
Moore is Ball across the park, finds Imran Khan now. Khan continues his run, plays the 1-2, but sadly for him, Talawinda saying he hadn't continued his run, but here is Talawinda. Sadeh, oh, he wants too many touches. Sabir trying to walk it into the net where he should have just put his stick through it.
All this good work, and it was a great pass across the top of the D to find him, and as he should have hit it then. And that's now the third we've seen go across the goal.
Yeah, he changes his mind, doesn't he? He suddenly thinks, oh, I'm not going to shoot, I'll just try and feed it across the goal. But, wow, India have had their chances to be level. Abid feeding Talawinda saying into the circle, lovely ball. And the longer this goes on, the more the frustration will build.
It is making Canada work very hard at the moment as well, though, so that will take its toll.
Happy to play keep ball, and still plenty of time left in the game, 50 minutes or so.
And Canada have recognised that most probably. They're coming out now, but they did go back to half court, most probably just to give them a rest.
Well, they've turned the ball over high on the park, and here's a chance now with Ho Garcia. Still going, is he? No, desperate defending from India. Just about keeps out the Canada number 20. It was Sukhmanjit Singh who just about got his stick on the ball. Ray Clark saying exactly what he wants. Now Sabir plays it infield. This is the skipper, Manpreet Singh. Turns away, plays it down that left-hand side. This is Prahadi. Penalty corner, surely. Well, it's been a while coming. First penalty corner of the match with 13:50 left in the first half.
And most probably just showed a little bit of tiredness and a bit unfortunate deflection off the stick. But I think Greg Clark just was hoping that a little bit of luck, and you can see that in his body language, a little bit of luck going their way in the D.
So, who's going to step up here? To the left is Sukhmanjit, to the right is Amit. Sabir playing back, but well, the halfway line. But Sukhmanjit Singh, number 2, the right as we're looking. There, he's the left when we pan back from the stand. And Amit Rohidas. Amit nearest to us. Sukhmanjit on the far side with the turban. Amit! Good save.
I'm not sure the push out nor the stick stop was in the right place for what they wanted to convert.
Canada struggling to get it clear, but they managed to get out there 25. Can they get up over the halfway line? And tackled on the ball is Curran, and it sets off another Indian attack. Here's Talawinda. The ball is up off the Canada stick and away for a sideline ball. If you were so inclined to wager, you would say that India were the next to score, but it does make it for an exciting game from a neutral's perspective.
It does, and it's a real test for their patience now. Their natural instinct, as you've seen over the last 10 minutes, as soon as they get it, they're going to go forward. They're going to do everything they can to get a goal. Sometimes that is into really challenges them what logically they should be doing, and we've seen some poor decision making, haven't we, already in some of those decisions as they've entered the circle.
Oh, that's a poor ball. Now a chance here, Talwinder Singh. Whoa, wow. Malak Singh, that wasn't the friendliest of passes, but Pereira's given away the penalty corner.
Be interested if Canada challenged that, but Pereira was out quick on it. They did have a quick discussion, but I think they've left that.
Well, they're hoping that they can convert this one. Pereira's gone round the back of it. He's got to be careful here, Pereira. He's going to take too long. They're not going to stop the game. It's not like a penalty straight when you can psych out your opponent.
And of course, what they've done in the senior internationals now about this 45-second rule, and you can see why. But most of Canada are using it just to have a breather.
Yeah, well, umpire Rasool has stopped the clock. So he's not going to allow Canada to waste time here. Now the discussion goes on. And Sukhmanjit is there.
Double castle again for the short corner.
Now can India find the breakthrough here? Deflection wide, and it was Gurjinder Singh who scored in the opening game against Holland that was trying to draw his country level there.
Just didn't seem to have that efficiency. And may I say, I think I spotted it wasn't even stopped outside the D. Just there. Not sure the umpire picked that up.
Good running, soft hands. Interestingly, in the last game, Holland against Korea, when the Koreans were having short corners towards the end, I noticed two Dutch defenders were basically running tandem straight down the line. There's absolutely nowhere for the Korean flicker to put it.
And I can see why they do that, because he's got a phenomenal flick on him, but what they're doing is reducing the sight line. So if he's going to flick, he's going to flick where the goalkeeper wants the ball to go. Previously in the ruling, you know, running down the line, what has always been illegal, is depending on how you see it and your attempt to take the ball. So if you can clearly show you've got a flat stick, a vertical stick in front of the ball, then they're going to allow it.
Imran Khan drops it out to Pardeep Moore. Cross into the centre of the park where Pardeep goes to Akashdeep. Now Akashdeep into the circle, still going Akashdeep, but Canada clear the ball.
Good decision making from Pereira again. He came out off his line 3-4 yards, just made a wide barrier. Good goalkeeping, and he's doing a useful job for Canada at the moment.
Some big shoes to fill in Canadian hockey, aren't there?
Yeah, they are.
And recent retirements.
Yeah, there are, and maybe Canada need to reflect. They may have done it a bit. You should have done it a bit earlier. But this would be great experience for them and great for Canadian hockey in the future.
Well, Canada get the free hit, and there's a chance for a break here, but there's going to be a card here for Gurjinder Singh. I think a little bit of frustration that he didn't get the original call. Oh, all across the circle.
And you've got to give Canada credit. When they have the opportunity to break and have a go, they're having a go. Misfortune of remembering the rules. That ball, they inside the 23, they played it straight into the D. But here's this chance again.
It's interesting, but it's the angle of the ball, isn't it? Because we were just criticising India from the angle, hitting the ball 45 degrees at the far post, and Mandeep not running at the post. Mandeep would have been all right had the ball been coming back from the byline. That's the difference.
Totally, but that's coming down, and you know, being involved in performance sport and looking at how teams have performed over the years. It's your decision making under pressure. You may have heard that before, but actually there's no it's no difference. That is the big factor between those teams who progress and those teams who stand still or fall back.
And how do you go about teaching that?
I think more around repetition in training. It's another corner now for India. Repetition in training, the ability that nothing is a surprise, and the level of intensity of training you have.
Well, Gurjinder Singh is on the naughty step, so he's not going to be in attendance at the top of the circle.
I think Greg Clark will be really looking now to try and put some reward on all this pressure they've had.
Well, Sukhmanjit Singh has been down having a word with Clark. He's now making his way to the top of the circle. Here he comes now, joins it. A late arrival is also Surendra Kumar. Well, they've got to one castle, and it is going to be Sukhmanjit, you feel. Well, there's no options. There's a flicker, possibly a snip left or right, but really, unlike Sukhmanjit, didn't wait for the whistle. Change of plan. Here we go then, Sukhmanjit Singh, there's a slap, goal! And was it touched in by Mandeep Singh? Again, I'll be interested to see where this ball stopped.
Similar corner to Korea early in the day, where the ball comes out to the left, and they slap the ball across centre penalty flick spot. So they moved it across, in, and deflection. Really good goal.
And the ball is stopped outside the circle. Yeah, good ball, good goal by Mandeep Singh. And India do get reward for their pressure.
Greg Clark would be a bit of a sigh of relief now, just to get the team back settled in.
More with space on the right. And India threatening once more. And they've still got a chance. Really brave defending by Gurtek Gill.
India couldn't quite make out what the best option was, but all credit to Canada. They defended the top of the D really well there.
And India are having a lot of options in that circle, in that Canada circle. Well, we thought that they would be the next to score. They have been, and you'd say they're likely to score the next one as well. I have a feeling the possession stats could be heavily weighted in the team in yellow's favour come half-time. But let's have another look at what they can do here. Moore is in the game a lot at the moment. Tries to find the goal scorer Mandeep Singh, but Singh can't keep it in play. Let's have another look at this goal.
Yeah, so they moved it to the left, deliberately slapped hard, most probably 5 yards, if the original path of the ball 5 yards outside the post, and then deflect that in, and it was going in with some pace. The goalkeeper had no chance.
Lovely piece of skill by Garcia. Garcia still going, wants the free hit, not getting it.
Canada's still putting a huge amount of workload in at the moment, and whilst we are a couple of minutes away from half-time, I cannot believe that's not going to take toll in the second half.
Not enough space given to the receiving player, who was Gordon Johnson. too high.
Bit unfortunate actually, because he got behind the Indian defence.
Loose in the midfield. It should be picked up by Curran. It is. Curran shifts it to his right, where his brother Spencer plays it up the right flank. Sapir, forward it goes, and he finds Talawinda. Talawinda Singh to the top of the circle, shaping on the reverse stick. Good save by Pereira with the feet, and the defenders do the rest.
Pereira positioned himself really well there as he cut across. Yeah, it's good goalkeeping. There's no doubt he was conscious of the ball going across him to the far post.
That will sting the soles of your feet, that one though. Yeah, good skill from Manpreet Singh. Still going, the captain.
Good tackle. He picked it off well, really.
Into the final minute then. India 1, Canada 1. Fascinating opening 35, David, and Canada surprise leaders. India have done more than enough to be on level terms. Sometimes that isn't enough, but they have got the one goal so far.
Yeah, they were. Canada must be absolutely delighted, you know, in any game plan. Yes, they scored early, but they're still in it and they're staying with it.
Well, Sapir trying to give India the lead before the break. Can Jawinda find a way past Pereira? Pereira is there again.
Good decision making, Pereira there. He knew when to go and close them down.
India trying to find a leading goal into the final few seconds. I think they're going to run out of time here. And they do run out of time in the first half. And the hooter sound on an enjoyable first 35 minutes between India and Canada. Here's the last play. Sapir streaking towards the Canada circle. Lovely ball into Talawinda, but as David Faulkner says, Pereira timing his run to perfection. And, well, it's still all to play for, but Canada acquitting themselves well in the 35 minutes, first 35 minutes. How will their fitness tell in the second 35? Manpreet Singh and his team head off to the dressing room, where I'm sure Greg Clark will have plenty to say, as will Aaron Guest. But here in New Delhi on the final game of day 2 at half-time, it reads India 1, Canada 1. Welcome back, half-time in the final match on day 2 in Pool C. India and Canada, who both lost their opening game and need to win this one, can't be separated after 35 minutes play. It's 1-1, Panesar giving Canada the lead after only 3 minutes, and then India getting back on level terms, courtesy of a well-taken short corner, which Mandeep Singh converted. But here we go, here's the opening goal for Canada. Lovely ball in, a comedy of errors here, the keeper making a right old Horlicks of the first clearance and the second clearance, and then played it straight to the captain, Suki Panesar. Comes off the keeper's left foot, onto the inside of the post and off the advertising hoardings, and then he clears it into the path of Panesar. But the Mumbai-born Kevin Pereira having a great game in the Canada goal. Number of crucial saves. Good double save there. And India having so much of the possession and plenty of opportunities, some poor decision making at times, but they eventually got their reward, and there'll be no debate about decision making and execution here. Really well worked penalty corner routine, and Mandeep Singh getting in the right place. And here are the stats. I wanted to see possession of opponents are. I thought it'd be heavily weighted in India's favour, but I have to say I didn't think it would be 76 to 24%, but there you are. Circle penetration 17, and that'll be a concern for Clark. 17 circle penetrations, only 5 shots and 1 goal. Don't forget, you can keep in contact with us on social media. Facebook, facebook.com/FI Hockey, and Twitter, our Twitter handle @FIH_hockey. Use the hashtag HJWC. Well, he's going to get a good view of the game as he looks up. But India, well, have it all to do in the second 35 minutes. And, well, they're going to have to continue in the same vein of form as David Faulkner said a little earlier. Remain patient, keep their formation, and just slowly go about trying to wear Canada down. But David Faulkner still alongside me. What do you think they'll be saying in the respective dressing rooms right now?
Well, for India, I think on the coaching side, Greg Clark will be emphasising about their shape and their pattern and what they do well, which I saw 8 weeks ago. I thought they were outstanding 8 weeks ago when they played in Malaysia. But they've also got to manage the level of expectations on their shoulders, and they've got to balance that out. And you just mentioned in your summary there about decision making. That's what it's got to come down to for them. For Canada, I think they'll be absolutely delighted. They've stayed in it. They're working so hard, but you know, if they've not played at this level, some of them ever, then the second half will become a little bit sticky for them, and then I can just see some space opening up.
The anticipation within India of how well their junior side were going to do in this competition, I guess only heightened by their success at the Sultan of Johor Cup in Malaysia. That probably hasn't done them many favours coming into this one. I mean, of course, it's always good to win tournaments, but it just heightens the expectations in a country where they always want their teams to do well.
Yeah, they do, and you know, this isn't the side I saw in Johor, but that might be because bit of nerves, they haven't settled. They played well second half yesterday, but they played a very good Dutch team. Mostly coming into this and seeing Canada lowly ranked will just roll them over. And I'm not saying that they would do that arrogantly, but mostly that's how they've seen it. They've come up against a barrier, they let a goal in early, now they've got to regroup and make sure that they put through the style and the clear decision making when they have the opportunities in the circle. You saw 17 there. I'm sure we're going to see more than 17 in the second half.
But that's the point, isn't it? You come into a pool, you look at it, and everyone will go, right, the Dutch is going to be a difficult game. We may get a draw, but we may not. But we should win against Canada, and we want to win our other game, which will be against Korea.
Yeah. And, you know, India want to put this game away, because the last thing they want to do going into the Korean game, and that will not be easy. And they've been a little bit of a bogey side for India at senior level and junior level Korea, and Korea will know that, for example, the Asian Cup earlier this year, Korea won that 4-3. They know they can win those games. So it's important tonight for India to now go and put this game away and get settled ready for that last game, because in reality what they'll be playing for is the second spot in the pool.
Yeah, with the Dutch to play Canada next, you can't see the Canadians upsetting the Dutch. The Dutch would move to 9 points, and it really is a knockout match. If India win this one, between India and Korea, each fact, even if they draw this one, it's still a straight knockout game, although a draw would be good enough for Korea.
But remembering that Korea scored 7 against Canada.
So, second half underway. India in their bright yellow strip, attacking the goal to our left, and it's India 1, Canada 1. Canada out the blocks quickly in this second half as well. Nice ball across, and that had to be touched by Pardeep Moore, otherwise India could have been in trouble.
Well done, Canada. Good start to the half.
Here's that last attack from Canada. Nice ball across. Moore with a timely touch.
Yeah, and you noticed most of the sides these first 2 days, the number that when they've got the opportunity, it is going hard and low into the D, like either for looking for deflections, but they are trying to force defensive errors as well.
Oh, that's almost a great touch around the corner. Curran up the line for Wharton. Now, here comes Talawinda. Talawinda trying to feed it inside. Really good running and a good effort from Manpreet Singh, the captain, and he's kept possession for his team. Into the circles, Manpreet! Off the post! Can still be goal! Oh, he's put it wide! And that's from Mandeep Singh, who's missed the target.
And quite rightly, Greg Clark is praising that. But when they go round the back here, they've picked out sticks really well, and lovely layoff pass here. And as he gets it away onto the bar, but I think he'll be disappointed with that. That's not the first time we've seen today. His first touch has been great.
But he doesn't even hit the target. I think that's the most disappointing thing from that. If you hit the target, the keeper saves it, so be it. Another day, and if India had their shooting boots on, they'd be out of sight by now. But they haven't. Oof, that's a really sharp shot on the turn.
Good trap as well. He put, and if you note what he did as well is he punched it just forward. So as he trapped it, he just placed it so he could shoot it first time. That is an excellent bit of skill, and any young player looking at shooting like that, that is an excellent way of executing it.
Lovely ball now. India could be round the back here. In the Talwinda's in the centre, Olamar, but Akashdeep struggling to get the ball across. He's found support outside, and Pardeep Moore wins the free hit. Into the circle. And Canada get the free hit.
Good defensive work from Canada there. Not only did they were able to get tackles in, they slowed it up, and even when the ball went back, they were able to close down very quickly.
Panesar down the line to Mahal, who loses possession, and India have it down their right-hand side.
And this is what India want, is to open up the game. This is their style of hockey. This is what they want to see.
Sadbir's ball inside, cut out by Johnson. And Amit brings it under control. And that's the sideline ball. Good spin out of the attempted tackle by Manpreet. Kashdeep nibbling away at the stick of Spencer Curran. He's still going, Akashdeep. Oh, well, Katarjit does enough, just.
Just like the error of the turnover there, I never saw that 8 weeks ago from India. I saw far more control and structure. I'm just seeing too many times either wayward or poor decision where they're looking to go one-on-one, when actually they're looking to actually recreate and set up chances 2v1 or 3v2 down the other side. Canada are putting some work in at the moment, really are putting some work in, and they're still going to chase the ball. All credit to them.
They've been putting work in for the last 40 minutes.
They could have done without that.
No, that was unintentional from Taylor Curran. Oh, that's a good ball flashing across the circle, but Hardeep Singh didn't gamble on that far post and everybody missing it.
Yeah, especially when he set up, you would have thought they've gone towards the goal now. He didn't really move, did he?
Paraj Panesar dispossessed. Subject moves it on to Hardeep Moore, who drops it out. And India will come around the back, and this is Manjit Singh. A bit of pressure, finds Surendra Kumar. Canada again, pressing high up the park. And they're 3-on-3 at the back here. And they're going to have to make tackles like that.
They are, but they're tackling really well because they're trying to front mark and they're trying to win the ball. And with all credit again, they're doing really well.
Now Sabit, what can they do here? Round the corner it goes, back it comes, and really good defending by Curran. No nonsense stuff. As Mandeep Singh goes hunting for a second goal that would give India the lead. Yeah, good take.
And that's what I mean about front mark. So they know the player's there, and they're just every opportunity they can step in front and pick the ball. And they've done that quite a few times this evening.
Spencer Curran on that occasion. Manpreet Singh has a little look up. There's a lovely looking ball, but sadly from an Indian perspective, Hardeep Moore can't bring it under control. Curran picks it up, plays it straight into the stick of Moore, and it goes out of play. Well, cool under pressure, Brandon Pereira.
Good stuff from Canada. You know, encouraging they still want to get out and play hockey. Keep the ball on the, moving on and keep it in the unit play.
Pereira with a steal. No, that would have been a pass and Canada would have been in. But the Indian defence just about repels the men in red. Pereira winds one up. It's a little defection of Sukmanjit. This is Surrender Kumar. Kumar, a real tight position. Not the greatest clearance. Lovely little ball to Pereira. Pereira, oh, his winter sports skills coming out there with a slap. But
Charlie, that was an opportunity because there was an overload on this side.
Well, he didn't need to hit the ball quite so hard, did he? There you go. We criticise them when they don't hit it hard enough, and we criticise them when they hit it too hard. Can't win. Canada, they've got enough players up, haven't they? They're happy to go 3-on-3 at the back and go man for man everywhere else on the park.
Because it's releasing an extra man up the field, and they're taking advantage of that.
Now they've got to scurry because there's an overload down that right-hand side, and they are pegging to get back here, Canada, and they need a little touch, and providing it is Justin Dalwar.
Four players, Canadian players, then did a 50-yard sprint to make sure that D was covered.
I think they just come on, they need to go off again, don't they? India around the back, Manpreet Singh, Pereira's come, Pereira's on it as well. What a save that is, and that is Paul Wharton. That is phenomenal defending from Wharton, because Pereira had made the save and was out of position.
And Pereira committed already out, and quite rightly, I think he felt he needed to go. So if you watch it, as it comes across here, Pereira had already decided to make that decision, it's loose. What a great defensive tackle that is.
That's a definite goal saver, that was going in. Had Wharton not got his stick on the ball, Canada concede the penalty corner. Mandeep Singh winning it.
Nicely taken inside, just then look for the foot. Good work.
This is the last chance. Pereira beat it. Brilliant stop by Wharton, but it could all be for Nath, of course, because off the back of that passage of play, India have the penalty corner. And Greg Clark and the fans here and those watching on television will be hoping that India can convert here. Well, Gurjinder Singh is there, as is Sukmanjit Singh, but I have a feeling Gurjinder's the man who's going to step up here, taking on responsibility for the senior Indian side as well, Gurjinder, and that would make him out-and-out favourite. Well, the stop is not a good one, it just bobbles at the wrong time, but it's still with India. This is a cash deep into the centre of the park. It's loose, and Gill makes the clearance.
Well defended Canada, because they came back on the ball and picked each man up and got the stick deflection that actually took it out of the D.
I think Greg Clark wanted them to go upstairs. I think he felt there was a foot or something in there. The Indian bench was signalling at the players to ask for the video referral, but good defensive work, and now Paul Wharton's stick block counts for a lot. Curran.
Really has typified what Canada have done today so far. And again, see what I mean about that one-on-one, and they're still having to go.
Gill looking to take on the whole of the Indian defence, but he's done well. He's won the free hit, which Taylor Curran will take. Curran out to his right-hand side. Janu Mahar into the circle. No, wins the free hit. Forward comes the skipper, Suki Panesar. Panesar wants Kingler to his right.
I'm not sure the Indian defender was 5 yards then.
Well, you can always go upstairs. Penalty corner, Canada. Now, this could make life very interesting. Pereira just asking
And again, another example of a drive into the D, looking to force, to get the unforced error, which they've got.
Surrender Kumar. Lifting the ball up into the Canadian player. Now. First penalty corner for Canada. Now, let's see what they can do. Cast of thousands at the top of the circle at the moment.
Completely opposite to India.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're reducing it down now.
21 is Gordon Johnson. And, well, there's some interest. That's an interesting formation. Let's see. Johnson is standing on the dotted 5-metre line. Got Curran and Panesar to his left. That's Gordon Johnson. Stopping the ball will be Roydhouse. Oh, there's movement now to the right. Is that a decoy run? Where's this ball going to? To Johnson, and in the back of the net. Canada back in front by 2-1. Well. Gordon Johnson scored one against Korea, and he scored another one here.
And I think the goalkeeper was taken by the sheer pace of this ball. Just, again, we saw it earlier today with the Korean goalkeeper. They think they've got it, but actually the ball is on the climb, high pace. That is a very good execution of a corner.
And India have 18.5 minutes just over to rescue this game now. Well, it's all very tight down there. And can they get it away? Canada, no, it's back to the men in yellow. Long corner. Well, Bissett's got something in the head. Let's have another look at the goal. Oof.
And if you notice, the ball, he actually has the ball trapped a good half-yard outside the D, so he's getting the momentum through his body. Again, that's where he's getting the pace, whereas you see a lot of drag flickers which just stop by the D and they're flicking from there. He's used the momentum of that through the ball.
Well, Brendan Bissett is...
Yeah, okay. Control you. Yeah, that's all.
So David Tomlinson giving Manpreet just a chat to, and I think India getting the benefit of the doubt there, that it was an accidental stick, but Brendan Bissett, let's have another look. Ooh. Well, no, I mean, hold on. That's a bit harsh to give them a warning. I mean, the guy's trying to play the ball into the circle, and Bissett's got himself on the wrong side.
He has, and that's why I went, ooh, because actually, anybody's coaching anybody out there, please do not tell them to go in that low when you've got the possibility of what's just happened to him, and the mark he's got on his face now.
Into the circle it goes. I can't quite understand why Tomlinson's asked Manpreet to keep the stick down, and Bradley was just getting the ball in, and he hasn't done anything untoward. Oh, that's hurt. That hurts. That hurts. Curran has got one in the side of the leg. That's going to hurt. Well, again,
it's the game.
It's collateral, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
Oh, that's right on the knee, though. That is really painful.
If I was him, I wouldn't walk on it. I'd wait to get someone to have a look at it first. Just stand, just lay there and stay still. Don't move.
Well, this is how he gets up. Let's have a look. Right. Oh, no. Well, let's hope that hasn't done any damage at all, and hope that he's okay to continue. Spencer Cohen will keep an eye on him. He's being helped to the bench now. He can't walk unaided. And,
well, I think those last two instances, most of we're seeing a little bit of frustration coming through with the Indians. They're trying everything and putting everything in there. Good credit again to Canada. Their commitment in terms of what they're doing on one-on-one. They're tackling back. They're getting the ball early and they're still trying to play hockey, which is actually the thing I would stand out more than anything else. If they've got the opportunity to go forward, they're doing it.
So just on a scrap piece of paper, trying to work this out if the score stays the same. Canada play the Dutch next. India would need Holland to win, which would keep Canada on 3 points. They would have to beat Korea, I guess, by quite a few.
Well, I'm guessing, off my top of my head, at least by 3.
Well, it's not over yet, and India certainly have had the chances so far in this game. They'll have a couple more at least in the last 16 and a half minutes. They definitely need one. If they could squeeze 2 out, that would be a bonus for them. Getting a bit frustrated down on the India bench now, and that's only going to mount. And Canada have got to resist the temptation to sit deep and try and protect this lead.
Exactly, because the tactics they've played so far is working. I can't see any reason why to change those at this stage.
Other than the mental side, which sometimes you can't control. India come out. This is Kumar down this left-hand side to Manpreet. Manpreet's into the top of the circle, in it goes! And unable to get his stick on it is Talwinder Singh.
But Pereira did really well then. If you just look, he just, when the ball comes in and is put down on that post line, look at Pereira putting him under pressure immediately.
Shuffles across and commits. If the touch comes in from Talwinder, then he's giving himself a good chance of saving it. Here's the match stats. Look at that, 70-30 possession in opponent's half. 23-5, 5 circle penetrations, 2 goals. Well, if you equated that across to, 2 from 2, if you equated that across to India, India would be out of sight, but it doesn't work that way. It's the ability to stick that little white ball into the back of the net.
He's had a good game, Gordon Johnson. You know, he had those first couple of aerials in the first half, you remember, he didn't quite get off the deck. But since then, not only with his distribution, and you can see he's starting to take control of the ball as well, he's also, his quality of his defending has been excellent.
Yeah, then you've got Paul Wharton, who's also been good in defence. Pereira good in goal. A number of Canadian players standing out. You can't say that about India tonight. There hasn't been anybody that's taken the game by the scruff of the neck and allowed them to dominate it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You know, there's the old term about putting your stick on the ball and calming down. That's not about the modern game now, but certainly someone who can control the play, make sure that the team are together, they're getting the good decision making going on.
Manpreet into the circle, it's been touched in. Now who got that touch? I'm not sure who got the touch. I know Ramandi was the last player on the ground, but I think it may have had a touch before that. But Manpreet Singh was the player who fired it in. Let's see from the replay if we can see who gets the touch. Oh, it's the touch at the top of the circle. It's a beautiful touch. Is that a cash deep, I think, who gets it, is it? We'll wait for confirmation. A cash deep Singh. Oh, swings out to the left. But that's the goal. That's one of the 2 that India require. Can they find a third? They've got 13 minutes remaining. 2 goals in 4 minutes. Canada's lead did not last long. It was a cash deep. Gets his second of the tournament. Got one in the second half against the Dutch yesterday.
And the goal was identical one to earlier today. I saw Holland, but as he comes across, he just dips down with his stick, deflection in. That's quite a good bit of skill, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lovely piece of skill and nothing the keeper can do about it. Hold on a second though, because of the 3-on-1 situation. Oh dear, dear, dear. Janu Mahal in acres of space, and Greg Clark's heart must have been in his mouth because his side have just got back on level terms and the defence go AWOL. This is finally poised here. Indian supporters will be hoping their side do not concede a penalty corner.
Going back to your mathematics earlier, now with it being a draw, if it stays that way, then they would definitely have to beat Korea.
Yeah, a draw would be good enough for Korea. That would put them onto 4 points, India onto 2. And we're assuming that the Dutch beat Canada. Here's their goal again. Lovely drive from Mampy. He had space for probably one of the first times, and he picked it. Nothing you can do about the keeper as a keeper there. Because if you're expecting the touch, you'd be expecting to go to the other corner.
Yeah.
Gill loses out. Canada foot. Good work from Panasar, the Canada captain. All a bit congested over on that far side. India get the free hit. 10 minutes remaining in this final match on day 2 of the Hero Hockey Junior World Cup in Delhi. And the hosts are in a bit of bother. Having lost their first game yesterday to the Dutch, yesterday evening, they came into this one really needing a win. A draw, okay, but still makes life difficult for themselves. But they've been behind twice in this game to lowly ranked Canada.
It's a fantastic pass, another opportunity.
Foot, though, off the foot, he couldn't bring it under control, Sandhu. But I tell you what, I mean, yes, India will get more chances, but Canada will have a chance too. And they're 2 from 2 from shots on goal. And round the back they go. Oh, desperate defending, desperate defending.
And Canada are trying to make sure, not all the time, but where they can, they're leaving a man high and a man just deep behind that for those opportunities. And they've got a few guys at the back who can chuck the long aerials, and that's what they're feeding off at the moment.
Yeah. Canada get the free hit as Kumar is penalised. Gill. Oh, that was the right work, unfortunately for him. Bissett couldn't get on the end of it. Bissett back on with a few butterfly stitches on his left cheek where he got the stick in the face when coming in from the wrong side. That's not a good ball. But Harjeet Singh gets away with it. What a fascinating 8.5 minutes we've got in store for ourselves here, David.
And a really big 8.5 minutes for these Indian young men, because they know, it's not just about personal pride for India, but playing at home and that expectation, and it's how they're going to manage with that now.
Here come Canada once more. This is Curran. Tyler Curran has a little look up. He's got support inside him in the shape of Gabriel Garcia. Long corner. Can Canada find another goal? It would be a massive upset. Ball fired in, had to be trapped, and it was trapped well by Amit. Cleared up the right-hand side. There are going to be some chewed fingernails on both benches here. and still Canada maintain their shape, their discipline. It's really impressive. And it just shows that if you do that, what you can achieve. Aaron Guest.
Their game sense and intelligence tonight has been really impressive, especially if some of these lads have not played at this level or this type of opposition before.
There were a couple of articles I was reading in the Canadian press. They were really looking forward to coming out playing in big stadiums, because they don't have stadiums like this for hockey in North America, full stop. They were really looking forward, and the fact they were in the same group as India, they wanted to play in front of a big crowd, they wanted the experience, and they haven't been daunted by it at all. They've really played a full part in a thoroughly entertaining game from a neutral's perspective, and I guess a Canadian perspective, probably not so enjoyable if you're an Indian fan.
Yeah, totally, and I think you've summed it up really well. They've engaged with it, they've committed to it, and as I said earlier, one of the things about they've wanted to keep playing hockey. A lot of teams, you come back and they come back to the halfway line, or we're playing India, whereas Canada have actually taken the game to them and played their own way and their own style.
Has been back to the wall at times, 70% to 30% possession in the opponent's half. They've had a lot of to do with a lot of circle penetrations, but at the moment they've only restricted India to 2 goals. But there could be heartbreak for Canada here, into the circle. Oh, they've got in each other's way. Ramandeep was about to pull the trigger, and Pradeep Singh stuck his stick in.
And he makes the right decision to lay it back, and I think it just, well, it's either poor first touch, although he felt as though he was distracted.
No, Pradeep gets a stick on the ball, and it takes it away from Ramandeep, and there Ramandeep's done the right thing by not going for the far post and waiting for the ball back, which he got, but his teammate got in the way. Well, hold on a second now, it's 5-on-4 here. What can Canada do? Oh, the pass needed to go to stick. Curran's going to get robbed if he's not quick, but he gets away with it. He's got support on this right-hand side. This is Panesar, but Panesar can't keep the ball in play. Coming up to 5 minutes to go.
Tired bodies out there. Some are starting to run a little bit in treacle, as you can see where they're trying to recover and get back.
They've given it all for 65 minutes here, Canada. Can they squeeze another 5 minutes out of those tired legs? India are leaving holes at the back looking for this winning goal, and if Canada intercept the ball high up the park as they've done here, then they might hurt India on the break. But as you say, they just don't have the speed of thought or leg at the moment. So Garcia gasping for breath. This is Spencer Curran. Wins the long corner. Ball rifled in, and Canada will be more than happy to sit up here.
And what we're seeing is Canada taking the initiative where you thought it could have been India.
Oh, that's a bouncing ball, and I say the Indian defender there, Harjeet, does really well, because that could have easily bobbled onto his foot and given Canada the chance for a penalty corner. Anxious faces on the Canadian bench. Here come India, 4-on-3. They're through the back here. The pass is a good one, but Sadbir can't thread the ball, and Canada get men behind the ball. That's probably about the first time. Pereira does well. It's not clear. Sadbir and Ramandeep. It's a super stop from Pereira, David.
Because he'd already taken his weight on his left to get back and make the kick on the right. That is an outstanding save.
Well, Ramandeep close to giving India the lead for the first time. That's a super tackle. How good a tackle is that from Tyler Curran? Completely the wrong side, and he somehow reached out a long left arm and got the ball away. 2:40 now remaining in the match. India 2, Canada 2. A draw isn't really good enough for either side.
No, and they've both got to go and play out to get this third goal.
Here's this tackle once again.
Just loop back.
Well, actually, it isn't the tackle, is it?
No, it's not.
Manfred.
But the point is that the pressure was on the ball.
Oh, and they've missed the tackle. And here goes a Kashtik. The first touch or the second touch lets him down. Gives Canada a bit of chance to get back. And the foot on the edge of the circle.
And more or less sums up India's day. That first touch, he was away, and the two are released in the D already there.
Kashtik going on a little wobble. Oh, they've got to be careful here. Player. Oh, no. Okay, they're going to go upstairs. And I think it is a penalty corner, isn't it?
The umpire may view, his view maybe, he may not have seen a foot.
Well, they're going for a stick block. So David Tomlinson goes upstairs to Paul Walker, the video umpire. Let's listen into the conversation.
Okay. India is saying there was a quick instruction going through the international player's leg. By rules, the right foot, the international player, the Indian player put the ball through the leg, and therefore it wasn't an instruction. Can you check that? It was an instruction.
Okay, so that's what we think. Kashtik into the circle, comes back. Well, Kashtik's looking for it a little bit by lifting the stick, but I have to say, I think Wharton here.
I think Paul Walker will find that very difficult to reverse the original umpire decision, because here the ball, yes, he plays it back through the feet there. Now the question was, it was a stick block. That wasn't a stick block.
Here we go.
There is an instruction by the defender.
So there is an instruction by the defender. India retain their foul, and Canada, well, is it to breed heartbreak in the last 2 minutes?
I think it's interesting with the video referral there, because the question was asked, was there a stick block?
No, he should have said there was an obstruction. He should have been more general.
Yeah.
The secret of the referral is make your question as general as possible to cover a multitude of sins.
Correct.
Big play this for both sides. This could be the make or break of India's tournament.
And on Gorinda's shoulders.
Well, Gajinder Singh is coiled like a spring at the top of the circle. Here we go, Singh, goal! Gajinder Singh breaks Canadian hearts with 1 minute 40 left on the clock. Despair for the red team, but India take the lead for the first time in the match with 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
And he looked like it was a slight delay because the push-out wasn't that great, but he was able to adjust his footwork and put the ball across Pereira there.
It gave him the angle. It gave him the angle.
I think there's
relief on the bench.
Well, I think it's deep side, relief on the bench, relief around the stadium, relief in India, I expect.
Well, you feel sorry for Canada. I'm sure they won't want pity, but they have played a full part, but it might not be over just yet. Into the final minute, India are in front. Their quest for Junior World Cup glory on home turf still alive. Pereira will usher that across. It'll be a 16. And I think Pereira is going to be withdrawn.
Pereira, he must leave his helmet behind the back of the goal, and he's just moved straight off, but I assume with only 43 seconds on the clock.
Well, Greg Clark's saying they need a bid for a kicking back. They might not be playing a kicking back. They're playing no goalkeeper. Clark just being told that now.
Yeah, well, we saw it with England last night. They put a man on with a vest on, declared as a goalkeeper, and so you can play it either way, as long as that's declared.
Why wouldn't you put a kicking back on? Has the kicking back got to stay inside the 25?
No, he can play anywhere. It's just that there's no declared goalkeeper here. The issue most probably will be for them is when they've got a short corner.
Oh, hold on! Hold on! What a tackle that is! Wow, that is a game-saving tackle. They're going to go upstairs, Canada, they have to.
Here's he takes it across here. And I think Canada are claiming he was taken. That's why I think they're going upstairs.
Talwinder Singh, I think, was the player who made the tackle.
And Canada are talking to make sure they get their question correct.
Now let's listen in.
Yeah, is there objection? Are you 41? Oh yeah, 41 impeding the thing. Just on the shot. Okay.
Impeding the shot. Impeding the stick from making the shot.
Impeding the shot.
I think he's making it very general.
As possible.
They're asking that.
Is it a short corner?
In the past, so it's definitely.
Okay,
Let's see.
For you.
Well, there's 8 seconds left on the clock, so this is the last play. This is the last chance saloon. Oh, it's a clean tackle, that, isn't it?
The only thing you can look at is the left foot as he dives and takes his left foot. So just watch now. He takes the ball across. There, good bit of skill. And as he's going, there. And that's the only argument I'd have. That would be a tough call for the video umpire.
Well, it's Ho Garcia who's the player. Well, they're waiting. They're desperately hoping that this is the 16.
You can see it in their eyes as well.
They realise how important this is. And India would have got out of jail here if they win this one. Their domination in terms of possession and circle penetration would say they deserve the win, but Canada played such a full part and come so close. Let's listen in.
There is no clear reason to change your decision.
There you go.
The original decision was the 16 meters. So it's a 16-meter hit? Correct. Yeah.
And that is that, and that will be the end of the match. Disappointment for Aaron Guest. He's shrugging his shoulders, waving his hands down the touchline, but I have to say that I think is the right decision.
Yeah, I agree. It was always going to be a difficult call.
Throws the aerial. That will be that. India get out of jail. They've won this game by 3 goals to 2. Heartbreak for Canada, but India are still alive and kicking in this competition. Mandeep scored the first, and then Akashdeep the second, with Gajinder Singh finding the net with 80 seconds remaining on the clock. They were made to work exceptionally hard by a Canada team that gave it absolutely everything and came within, 80 seconds of causing a major upset at this tournament. But as I say, India are still alive and kicking in this one. We thought that they had taken the lead when Gordon Johnson gave them a 2-1 lead. We thought that might be enough. Disappointment for their keeper, Kevin Pereira, who was born in Mumbai. But India are victorious. Final score, India 3, Canada 2.